Every time I come up here, you put like a different dude up there on the screen, and it just makes me really question like what I stand for as a human being.
Number 10, Jennifer Aniston, Late Show with David Letterman. People today can barely grasp the pop culture phenomenon that was Jennifer Aniston's hair. During her 1998 Late Show appearance to promote The Object of My Affection, David Letterman went too far with the object of fans' affection. He broke a moment of silence in the conversation to say,
"Forgive me if this is rude, I just want to try one thing."
He then pulled the length of Aniston's hair into his mouth. It was a jarring stunt with the beauty icon's signature do. The gag was brushed off for years until Letterman's notoriously mean-spirited interview with Lindsay Lohan in 2013.
Is he supposed to be in rehab now?
Do you not watch anything that goes on?
The incident with Aniston is now seen as indicative of Letterman's unsettling treatment of women. Aniston didn't seem very amused at the time.
Dave sucked on my hair.
I didn't.
Number 9, Taylor Swift, The Ellen DeGeneres Show. During Ellen DeGeneres' reign as the Queen of Nice, the harsher jokes on her talk show were generally taken in good spirits. Taylor Swift seemed to be the only one who didn't take her 2012 interview in that way. First, DeGeneres kept poking at disputed rumors that she dated Zac Efron.
We actually never dated.
Yes, you did. So,
Referencing the pop star's prolific love life, DeGeneres eventually dragged Swift into a game where she would identify her exes in a photo slideshow. The audience laughed hysterically as Swift became visibly upset. Their tune finally changed in 2021 when allegations of workplace hostility caused DeGeneres' fans to reappraise her public persona.
We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Her grilling pop music's Queen of Nice for her personal life stood out as a red flag that everyone just shook off.
Every time I come up here, you put like a different dude up there on the screen, and it just makes me really question like what I stand for as a human being.
Number 8, Dolly Parton, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson.
Now everybody knows my name, no matter where I go. But I never really made it till the Johnny Carson show.
Johnny Carson revolutionized banter for a late-night audience. His crude flirtations were considered fairly inoffensive for the time. Now, audiences have particular trouble getting over a Dolly Parton appearance in 1977. It's awkward enough that the conversation steered toward dismissing rumors that she had work done on a certain area of her body. Carson tried to be a quiet gentleman until he blurted out,
"But I would give about a year's pay to peek under there."
The audience burst out laughing, as did Parton herself. With the racy chat's light tone, it's easy enough to accept the joke as a product of its time. But wanting to inspect a popular rumor about country's biggest heartbreaker still gets a more reluctant laugh nowadays.
No, you don't have to ask.
I would not.
I tell you what, these are mine.
I have certain guidelines on the
Number 7, Madonna, Late Show with David Letterman. Similarly, many David Letterman interviews with women haven't aged well. Madonna's 1994 appearance on The Late Show was controversial at the time, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Most of her record 14 censored F-bombs were in response to Letterman continuously joking about her sex life.
Why are you so obsessed with my sex life?
His suggestion that she go kiss a random man in the audience was particularly creepy. The interview quickly became an iconic scandal for late night because of the pop idol's salty language.
Incidentally, you are a sick.
Modern audiences now find that easier to accept than Letterman's sleazy spoofing of her unladylike candor. The fun in Madonna's pushing edgy women forward is now spoiled a bit by Letterman and his 90s audience's attitude about it.
Seems to be a lot of confusion right now.
Yeah, guess why?
Is it because I've been saying
Number 6, Bill Cosby, Larry King Live. Bill Cosby's 2018 conviction for sexual assault permanently warped his legacy. He actually may have never been that wholesome.
Do you have any sense why he might, if he did in fact drug these women, why he would have done so? You know, I just have to assume that maybe he got excited over the idea of a woman being out. I mean, I really don't know.
While multiple women were coming forward with accounts of being drugged and assaulted, Cosby's 1991 interview on Larry King Live resurfaced.
Spanish Fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish Fly.
The comedian bantered about the disputed aphrodisiac Spanish Fly and described slipping it in women's drinks to lower their inhibitions. It's hard to imagine anything humorous about these comments, even for the time. They were bad enough for the prosecution in Cosby's trial to push to have them admitted as evidence. This request was denied because Spanish Fly is not a sedative. Still, with the way Cosby talked about it, there's also more weight to his one-liner, "Hello, America."
And the girl would drink it and she's yours. Hello, America.
Number 5, Anne Hathaway. Today, Matt Lauer's sketchy interactions with women were seriously reappraised after allegations of sexual misconduct got him fired from Today in 2017. His 2012 interview with Anne Hathaway especially stands out. The future Oscar winner was promoting Les Miserables when Lauer immediately brought up her wardrobe malfunction at the movie's New York premiere.
Just get it out of the way. You had a little wardrobe malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that?
As she tried to tastefully move past this humiliating topic, Lauer kept it going. He might have been noble in his criticism of the paparazzi, profiting off of people's vulnerability, but with her obvious discomfort, Hathaway seamlessly segued this discussion into her character of Fantine.
Which brings us back to Les Mis, because that's what my character is. She is someone who is forced to sell sex to benefit her child because she has nothing.
The irony in Lauer condemning sexualized exploitation would become clear not 5 years later. His reputation now makes Hathaway's already awkward interrogation downright cruel.
I was very sad that we live in an age when someone takes a picture of another person in a vulnerable moment and rather than delete it and do the decent thing, sells it.
Number 4, Ricky Martin, 2020. Latin pop sensation Ricky Martin endured years of gossip about his sexuality before he formally came out in 2010. Where most interviewers respected his privacy, Barbara Walters saw it as another big scoop. In an ABC interview in 2000, she accosted Martin about the rumors. She eventually asked him point blank to declare whether he's gay. Martin simply responded,
"I just don't feel like it."
It would be another 10 years before he was ready to tell the world his truth.
Yeah, I felt that she was knocking like punch after punch after punch. It was really uncomfortable, to be honest.
Really?
But then again, I look at it and why didn't I say yes back then? Just say yes, I'm gay, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shortly afterward, Walters named trying to out him as the biggest regret of her career. Martin himself remembers the incident as permanently traumatizing. What once was an edgier-seat tabloid standoff is now widely condemned as a violation by a respected journalist. Number 3, Cory Feldman, The View. Clearly, Barbara Walters' confrontational interview style could dig a bit too deeply into personal lives. When Cory Feldman appeared on The View in 2013, she tried to bury an important subject deeper.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Cory that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
The actor was promoting his memoir, Choreography, in which he alleges that many entertainment industry leaders sexually assaulted him when he was a minor. Friend and fellow victim Corey Haim's own allegations had been met with skepticism for years before his death. Even with Feldman's courageous confession, Walters responded with,
"You're damaging an entire industry."
Her victim blaming was immediately controversial, but the fuss soon died down. With the rise of the Me Too movement, Feldman's already uncomfortable scrutiny has resurfaced as a horrific stain on Walters' otherwise distinguished career.
I am using this to draw a line in the sand, to say to the Hollywood community, we are better than this.
Number 2, Danny Masterson, Late Night with Conan and O'Brien. Danny Masterson's history of sexual assault resulted in his conviction in 2023. This has permanently colored his legacy, as well as his off-color sense of humor. One joke during a 2004 appearance on Late Night is now particularly ominous. The star of that 70s show mentioned an impression of him by Bodie Elfman, whose go-to line was,
"Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls?"
Host Conan O'Brien appeared to be joking himself when he asked Masterson why he introduced himself that way. He ended the conversation with, "I've heard about you, and you'll be caught soon."
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
With Masterson's crimes going back to 2001, O'Brien might not have been joking. Either way, soon wound up being 19 years.
I got busted for possession.
Number 1, Britney Spears, Primetime.
Oh my goodness, hello. Ew, strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird time.
It took too long for the public to take pop legend Britney Spears' mental health seriously.
There's been a lot of speculation as to whether this is in Britney's best interests, and is this good for her, is this what she wants?
One notable reframed chapter in her downfall is a 2003 interview for ABC's Primetime. Diane Sawyer dug into outrage at Spears over her breakup with Justin Timberlake, whose crude behavior has since come under scrutiny.
Timberlake has made a kind of sport out of public retaliation. On a popular morning drive radio show in New York promoting his album, he has a kind of gleeful confession about their very private life.
The beauty icon was also scolded about her sexualization, shopping habits, and nervous tics.
Am I seeing what I think?
That's probably one of the moments that I remember that I like the best.
You can pop your knuckle? Spears is popping her knuckle. How do you do it?
After the interrogation brought Spears to tears, she became a laughingstock. But the Me Too movement revealed the extent of the alleged exploitation from her representation and father. She couldn't do much shopping when she was too depressed to leave her apartment. Though the Primetime interview is now considered the tragedy it was, Sawyer has yet to apologize to Spears. What classic celebrity interviews do you think have taken on a different meaning over the years? Let's chat in the comments.
Everyone who was just behind you abandoned you.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.